Okay. So it is 19 minutes gone past four, and rather gone past five. Oh my days. Why am I going back in time? I seem to be having that going lately. Okay, so it's 19 minutes gone past five, and you're tuned into Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. My name still remains Joy Uri, and Business Hub. Well, we're going to be talking about something very interesting because it's the season of giving and receiving. And we know who is usually at the who usually helps us, let me put it that way, trying to deliver these goodies. Well, we're talking about the logistics bit, and the logistics will be at the heart of all the deliveries this festive season. So on Business Hub today, we will be speaking with a player in this space to figure out and assess how the sector will perform this period. And I have with me in the studio Theresa Nwaubani. She's the Executive Director of Enviable Group of Companies Limited. Good to have you this evening. Yeah, she's with me in the studio. So I'm glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. As always, Lagos, you can always be a part of the conversations. You're wondering how? Well, WhatsApp is always the platform. You have questions, you have contributions you'd like to share. 0911 999 0991. That is the number to share your thoughts on WhatsApp. And yes, there's a will get we'll shed light on the questions you have, especially where logistics is concerned. But I'd like you to, as always, start off from the beginning. Can you share what led to the decision of the name Enviable Group of Companies? Because we all have names, certain names attached to a business. How certain people feel like, oh, it's just a name. It's not. They're not really up to scratch with the name. So walk us through the name.
Okay, so for the name Enviable, I would say that from the beginning, we were looking at the name that would communicate reliability, that would communicate our vision of standing out, of being of being a company that other company aspire to be in the industry. So that vision of standing out, of being enviable, of yes, of ensuring that we communicate standard, that we maintain standard at any time. So those were the factors that led to the name Enviable Group of Companies. So we're always standing out and setting the pace.
Setting the pace.
Yeah.
Enviable logistics. Okay, that is definitely interesting. But since well, let's digress a bit.
Okay.
Let's get into the ports because we have major ports in Nigeria. But as you know, Lagos seems to be the commercial capital, and you see a lot of goods coming out in and out of the ports. So how how does that work for your logistic company? Seeing how sometimes just hauling something from here to there could it could be good, it could be bad, but walk us through.
Okay.
How does that work? How do you guys go about it?
So how we go about it is that we have our clients, right? So our clients could be companies and individuals as well that would need our services for the haulages.
Okay.
So we would have to deliver the goods or whatever ways they want us to deliver to them to their destinations. So that is how we go about that. So for Lagos being a hub having all the ports around, so that makes Lagos more like do I say the primary hub for the business because
Right.
we have the Apapa hub, we have the Chinka Island, so Chinka Island port and all that. So it makes the activities in Lagos, the commercial activities in Lagos, that makes it quite the busiest, yes, the busiest city in Nigeria currently. Yes, so that I would say that would be the major points of our businesses. Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Once we begin to imagine how it gets, hauling things from A to B, point A to B, it can be tedious. It really will look at the volume. Let's look at the volume really.
Okay.
How would you describe the volume of businesses for logistics? Let's even focus on 2025 from January till date, will you say that it's been good compared to previous year, or would you say it has fallen?
Okay, so for that, I'll give you two answers because
Okay,
yes,
okay,
I'll give you two answers because we have for enviable group, we have enviable transport and we have enviable logistics.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
two.
There are two subsidiaries to the
Mm,
Enviable group that ensures the movements of people and goods, right?
okay.
So for Enviable Transport, I would say that for this year, there's been a steady growth. There's been a steady growth in terms of activities, transportation of moving people from one place to another.
Mm,
There's been quite a growth for compared to the past years.
okay.
So for in context, I want to say that Enviable Transport on its own is a subsidiary of the Enviable Group that transports people, that's human beings,
Mm,
from one destination to another for
okay.
airport drop off, airport
Um,
pickups. Yes.
okay.
So airport drop off, airport pickups, okay, just for our escort services as well. Yes, we do offer
Nice.
that kind of services in Enviable Transport.
Okay.
So over the years, there's been steady growth in this particular 2025.
Okay.
For Enviable Logistics, I would say it's quite amazing because Enviable Logistics just commenced operation this year.
Oh.
Yes, it's amazing that it's just coming to operation this year. And for the few months that have been in existence, we've really, made a lot of growth. There's been quite a lot of steady growth in the business. And looking at it, by the time we'll be marking our 1 year in logistics,
Mhm.
I believe that maybe it will be the leading logistics company in the whole world or in Africa, maybe for instance.
That is impressive because when it comes to logistics, I can't even begin to imagine the hustle you definitely go through. Talking about trying to get something from the port down to even within Lagos metropolis, it kind of feels like it gets tricky. How do you maneuver that? How do you get that done without because I can imagine day-to-day running can almost put a strain on relationship. And I'm talking about customer relationship. So yeah, walk us through that.
Okay, so what the thing is that for every business to stay afloat, to ensure that things run smoothly, you need to have a system that is working, right?
Okay.
Yes, you need to have a system that is working because your people, your operation relies on the system for you to
Mm,
be able to continue moving.
true.
If you leave it by let's say we play by the terms or by cards, we play by it would it work, would it not work? You will see that you will not be able to make a headway. So for us at Enviable Logistics and Enviable Group as a whole, we already have the system that we have been set up, so which enables us to keep running regardless of whatever would be the operational hazards that would have,
Right.
or hazards that could come along the line. In business, yes, there will always be the cons and the pros and so on,
Yeah.
right? So for that reason, we'll have a system that's running, and that ensures that we stay up there regardless of whatever is happening, the economy and the rest of them. Yeah.
Nice. You're not uh you're not worried that something could just derail you from delivering, especially maybe client has been waiting for particular goods to get to them. You have your standard operation, so you know that from point A to point B, it should be done and nothing to stress about. That is actually good.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you also said that looking at before you well, hopefully by the time you get to 1 year to celebrate the logistics bit, you'll be on top of
Yeah, on
things.
top of it, Africa first starts.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yes. So I would want to add also for
Okay.
operations in the logistics and in transportation or in any
Generally.
business. Another thing that is very paramount is communication.
Oh,
Yeah, that is
okay.
communication because sometimes there are certain things that would happen and you would not be able to, control it because they are unforeseen, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they are unforeseen. But even at that, even while that is happening, if
Mhm.
you have your communication policies and all that in place, you could inform your clients ahead of time and say, okay, this is why this is happening.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, do we do it this way? You could offer other options or other ways that would help you satisfy your customer, because that is the end goal of every business, to ensure that your customer is satisfied.
I agree with you because if you know the saying that if bad news travels faster.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if you are not giving them good quality service, it's very easy that you're to spread that kind of news faster than for them to say, oh, okay, you know this group, you need to patronize them, you need to go with them, and that is one of the things that we'll be touching on the other side. We have a quick breather. I want to get back in. We'll touch on deliveries.
Okay. Right.
Some people can see when it comes to deliveries and those bikes, they can literally give you a heart attack. We'll talk on that and so much more on the other side. Lagos, to move a muscle.
How is it going?
Are you no, no, we're just taking a break. We'll be back up in a few seconds.
Okay. Okay. So how is the first one that how is it going?
It's going there. And, it's
Okay. Special is when the journey is memorable too. That's where Emirates comes in. I'm guessing you want to arrive fresh and ready to share stories and even catch up on lost time. So, all you need to do is simply sit back and relax in total comfort on the way. You'll be spoiled for choice when it comes to entertainment with up to 6,500 channels. If you miss the latest Hollywood release, catch it on board on some of the biggest screens in the skies. It will feel like just you're at the movies, or even enjoy some uninterrupted time to binge watch your favorite comedy series. You can even scroll through your socials and make plans for when.
So have you been able to send it
while you're in the air.
who you wanted to send?
Yes, yes. I wanted to share it on my status.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
traveling with little
That's
ones.
true.
They
Thank you. I
definitely
need to get
want to
back
be
to you.
brought on board. They get their own dedicated TV and movie channels, over 250 of them, and they'll enjoy take-home toys and goodies to feed their imaginations. Guess what? That's not all, because they can even enjoy their own special meals perfectly designed for little taste buds. And while they tuck into their tasty meals, you'll be dining on multiple courses of regionally inspired gourmet cuisine, all served with free flowing drinks. And won't tell anyone if you decide to start on dessert first. And if you're planning to pack in some thoughtful gifts to pass on when you arrive, the generous Emirates baggage allowance makes that a breeze. You get so much more in Emirates economy. You can fly Emirates from Lagos to over 150 destinations, including Dubai, India, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Head over to Emirates.com to book now and start your amazing journey. Fly Emirates, fly better.
Hi, this is Mr. C, and you're listening to Smooth 98.1. I don't finally save 70,000 for this economy. 30 December, nonsense. You could do, but if to show you saver with the smart saver, another 10,500 naira. Not clever. But 15% interest per annum be that.
Una dey use smart cash buy data, airtime, and pay bills. Now, we don add the smart saver. You go get 15% interest on any amount you save, and the interest go dey drop for your account every day. You fit comot your money anytime. The best part be say you fit start with any amount. Dial star 939 hash or download the smart cash app make you sef begin dey enjoy. Smart cash na by Airtel. Terms and conditions dey sha o. Money matter na sense.
Tools and tips for a successful business.
Atmosphere for our young people to be creative, innovative, participate in the ICT technology.
How unsmooth. Stay tuned.
So going back.
Yes, we are. It's 34 minutes gone past 5. You are tuned into the Business Hub here in Smooth 98.1. And today on Business Hub, we're talking about logistics business, especially during this festive season. I have with me Theresa Nwaubani. She is the Executive Director at Enviable Group of Companies Limited, giving insights as to how the logistics and delivery business works. Have you ever had hassles where that is concerned? Well, she'll be giving you insights, and hey, maybe you're looking to get some things done, delivered. Well, she might just be your blog. Okay, let's get into the conversation. I know like I said, I was looking through and I noticed that you have petrol motorcycles as well as electric
Electric,
motorcycles.
yeah, that's fine.
How do you maintain this? Because it's one thing to have electric, it's another thing to have the petrol one. How has this been helping your business?
Okay, for that, I would say that we're running a hybrid, just like you said. So there's electric, there's petrol motorcycles. So the essence of having that is that for the electric motorcycles, we are trying to push the goal of sustainability.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So apart from that, another one is that is quite easy to run. The cost of running the electric motorcycle is quite effective. Let me use the word. So, and for electric motorcycles, I would say that one thing about it is that because of the duration that it would last, the battery durability when it's charged. So we tend to use it for movements that don't require further journey, that's not long distances. Yes. For that, and okay, so for the a petrol motorcycles, for those ones who can use them for further distances,
Right.
then the cost of maintaining. So if when you look at the what do I say? How do I put it? When you look at using it for the business,
Right.
yes, for the distance that it covers, the load, the carriage, it could carry lots of carry lots of load compared to the electric motorcycle. You will see that when you look at it, it creates a balance for us. So we are not looking at, oh, because we don't have charging hubs across the country for the electric motorcycles, it could run from here to a further distance where the electric motorcycles can run. So for that, it's been on a good ride, yeah. On a good ride.
Need to hear that. Okay, so let's talk about something that usually is a concern for logistics companies that has to do with the volume or of the deliveries that they have to get done. I wouldn't even ask if you make money. If you are not in the business to make money, I don't know what it's. Well, some people say it's all about a passion for them, so I agree. But I'm sure that there's some profit behind it. But do you make more money from interstate orders as opposed to delivery to other states?
Okay, so for that, I would say for interstate, we make more from interstate, yes. Yeah, make more because the distance of coverage is not that much.
Okay.
So you could go and come back, come back. The turnaround is not, and the cost is not that much. And another thing is that when you're doing interstate, you really have to plan because it requires a lot of taking many factors into consideration.
Right.
Yes, but when it's within the state, so it's quite effective.
So interstate is usually more profitable.
Yeah, in quotes, profitable in quotes first.
Any states come close to Lagos in terms of volumes of orders?
Okay, for volumes of orders, I would say we'll give it to Kano. Yes. Give it to Kano, give it to that's for logistics, for the enviable logistics. We'll give it to Anambra and maybe Enugu could come close to it, yes. For enviable transport, I would say that we have Port Harcourt as well coming up. We have Port Harcourt, we have Abuja for the car hire, rent services and all that, yes. So
that is so. I know this is not a question that you possibly get, but have you ever been disappointed by delivery services? take for instance, you have a bike. I know you do. So I'm just wondering, have you ever had a client call you up and you know, talk about their displeasure regarding the service or how it is their goods didn't get to them on time? How did you manage that? How was it for you? What was the experience? What was your first experience like?
Okay, so for that, I would say that once in a while we have that kind of situation come up, and
Okay.
we're not going to deny not having that, because we have several factors like I've said. We have the road situation, the road network in our country.
Yeah.
You have petrol, maybe diesel. Sometimes you could see it in one station and the next station you will not be able to see it and all that. So when we have clients complain about not being able to receive their goods, or not being able to deliver our services to them as at agreed, we tend to look at who's at the blaming corner, or who do we who was responsible for that.
Right.
Because some customers as well might not really communicate what they need, or they might not be able to communicate how they want the services rendered to them. They'll just say, okay, I want you to pick this up, drop for me. They're not giving you a time frame. So since the person told you, okay, I want to receive this on Sunday, you best believe that if I deliver it by 8 p.m., that's still Sunday. It's still Sunday, yeah. So sometimes communication comes to play, and that. Then other times we also let the person know that we are working to ensure that you're satisfied, that we'll deliver this as we have agreed. But these are the reason why we're not able to do that, whichever one. But just know that you will get it within a short period of time. So the interval between, okay, this happened and it shouldn't have happened, is not really that much.
Okay, so it's important that as a client who's trying to get your service, they need to indicate, okay, priority level for when they need this business or when they need their goods delivered to them.
Services delivered to them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something else that can be a bit of a quagmire for businesses, especially for budding businesses, insurance. How important is insurance when it comes to logistics business?
Oh, for insurance, insurance is a lot, because you can't even do logistics business in Nigeria without it. Not just in Nigeria, in any part of the world without insurance.
Right.
So insurance is I would not say it's the blood of the business, but it's very important, because we have to deal with road network. We have to deal with sometimes damages and all that could come with, maybe in terms of transferring, loading and offloading. Those things come in. And while you plan the road, there are also other persons that also ply the road. So you could just park at a corner and all that, and one or two things could happen here with everything that's happening around us. So insurance is very paramount if you want to stay afloat in transportation, in logistics as a whole. It's very important.
So if you're not using, if you don't have any form of insurance, then
because these are always on the move. You're carrying goods, you're carrying this and all that. So it has to be insured for safety. Yeah.
Good. And how do you see business volumes performing this festive season?
For this festive season, I would say that there'll be quite would I want to say it's a surge? We can say that, but we can say that because this is a period that people want to give to the loved ones. People want to, people are traveling. There are lots of activities here or there. So let me say, for Enviable Transport as it is, people want to travel to meet their loved ones from one city to another city, right? So that is where we're coming. You see, so that they're coming, so you can make your bookings, and what we know is, okay, we'll pick you up and deliver, or drop you off at your destination where you're going to. So for logistics as well, that also applies, because people are ordering, people are buying stuff, gift items, food, and all those things. So there'll be quite a lot, you guys. So let me say, for transport, going by the indices, or by the statistics, yes. So during this period, there's usually it's more like a divide, because you have some persons moving down towards the east for the festive period. So you see, and some persons towards the west here, Lagos to be Lagos more like the major hub. So during that time, you have for the enviable transport, we're looking at okay, people are moving to the east. People are moving to the east. There is usually a lot of business activities right towards that place, as well as in Lagos. So yeah.
Off the cuff, usually during this period, do you do some discount or it is hey, fixed price? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I understand your question. So during the festive period, I would say, of course, we'll offer discounts because we want to appreciate people that have been with us from the beginning of the year up until this time. So of course, that is not an exception. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Yeah. And finally, how does technology help your business? Let's touch on that.
For technology, I would say that technology has been quite helpful to our business because with the technology, we've been able to track, dispatch, and you have real time how do I put that?
Monitoring.
Real time monitoring, yes, of the truck of the vehicle automobile, yes. So we're able to track, we're able to monitor, we're able to dispatch as well. Yes, with the technologies. Yes, so the devices they've made this quite an easy one for us. So that's good for
As
us.
we know, technology is the key right now. If you're not using tech in any business, I wonder if you are looking to expand. But that's the much you can take today on Business Hub. Thank you so much, Theresa, for sharing all that insight.
Thank you,
So for anyone who's listening now and wants to jump on the bandwagon, possibly look at discounts that they'll be enjoying, how can they reach out to you on your social media handle?
Oh, okay. So for our social media handles, Enviable Transport on Instagram, Enviable Logistics on Instagram. So you can also reach us on that. Though, and also I want to add for people that want to get to know about the motorcycle you mentioned, you can as well reach out to Enviable Tricycles on Instagram as well, and Enviable Transport on Facebook. So for the tricycle that want to add that to the tricycle, we offer services that manage tricycles for individuals, meaning that, oh, okay, we are into transportation, we know how to run this, we have people that run this for us. So we make room avenue for management on hire purchase basis. So you, instead of you having to go through all that, we could take the burden off you, manage, maintain, and we'll be on our good books and we'll be in your good books and we have a business, right?
Nice. Thank you so much, Theresa, for all that insight. And Lagos, hey, the holidays are here, and some people will be transporting, exporting, moving, and you want to have the right, or rather, you want to go with the right company.
Yeah, the right company.
To do. All right, that's so much you can take today. As you know, Business Up comes your way every Tuesday. And it's been an insightful one. Comes your way Tuesdays at 5:15. But so much more. Line up for your listening pleasure. Some of the message.
Okay.